All right, so customary lockup, turn this way. Actually, I said that.
You wanna move that over?
Oh,
Yeah.
Would it be easier just to move you?
No, because if I move, y'all can't see me.
Oh.
Okay, so traditional front headlock style, right? Even if we just snap down and we come in and we cross our arm like so, and we literally just put forward pressure down, and we come into a type of turtle style. This way of pinning, Maddie, get away from me. He has to come into me. If he goes away from me, try to go away the other direction. He cannot do so. So I know he has to travel a certain direction, so travel the other direction. I know he has to travel this way. This can either feed me to coming to the other side, connecting another type of front headlock style pinning, or we'll come here, he circles, and I know he's gonna bring his chest to my chest. One more time. We're gonna lock up. Right. I'm gonna step, pull down. Right. I'm gonna shoot my hand where I'm grabbing like this. I'm just gonna come, and I can even just lay flat. Maddie, get away. It goes towards me. Right. If I stay low, right, it's gonna be hard for him to pop his head out. Right. If I lift my chest up, we're gonna end up chest to chest. If he tries to go the other direction, he's gonna give me back exposure. Easy to start with, making sense? Any questions? All right, give that part a try. Cool. We're gonna establish front headlock. All right, when I'm talking about front headlock, my hands are gonna be locked. I want an arm in. If I just have the head, right? However, this being a choke and everything, I have very little control of the opponent, right, or partner. If Maddie wanted to get away and I lose any type of access basically to his chin, right, once this access to his chin is gone, right, he turns either one of his heads one way, he literally just pops out, nothing, right? But if I have his hand in, right, I can lose his chin all day. Turn your chin. Get away. So, arm in is superior for control. Does that make sense? Yeah. So when we want control, we're gonna trap over the arm or on the arm. Your choice. I prefer on the arm myself because it allows me to pass through very easily. However, in front works just as well and is good for setting up darces and stuff like that. So if your preference is to go for a choke and you have it like this, you're going to stick with the anacondas, right? If you're deeper in and you still want to go for a choke, you're going to go for darces, right? However, for here, we're just talking about pinning, no submissions, right? For here, we're going to break this elbow down again, and we're going to break it forward this time. So we're going to bring him forward, and you see how his body posture is down? See how my chest is on top of his chest? We're going to turn, swing far left. We're causing a lot of back misalignment right now. Is that comfortable?
No, not at all.
Okay. So this is a pinning thing, all right? So back up, sir. We're going to connect, and we're going to basically jump backwards over and over until they become flat. But I'm going to be nice. I'm just going to do it like this, just like here. I'm going to drive my shoulder into his back, hook, hook, right? If this is where I get, this is where I get, and then I'll start to build. Or I'll scoop far side, like so. I'm not letting go of this hand. I'm scooped like this underneath. I'm not grabbing with my hands. If I grab with my hands, I'm gonna lose that grip eventually. Right? He just pressed on my bicep. That's gonna go. With the goose grip, right? No thumb. There is no chance of it coming off because it's just a shelf, right? So here, get them locked up. If I plant and pull, see how it breaks them down? Keep driving in, keep pulling. See, I'm turning him flat. If I want him to come chest to chest, I can.
Thank God, I've never been
I
happy
know.
with one back.
Right, but if we don't want to go chest to chest, right, stay connected, break them down. Ooh. Right. You can establish and do finishings. Does that make sense?
Don't bend that way.
Right? So, that's a front breakdown. Break them down from the front. Right? Keep them pinned through misalignment. Tracking? Give it a try. A little bit more basic. Right? We'll come in. Control on the inside position. We'll do our pull down. Right? We'll lock it up. Right? From here, we're just going to take and go towards the back. I don't really like this, but I know a lot of people do it. People's games are different. All right, so my hand's on the inside. I'm going to shove my chest down, put my hand on top of his shoulder / head, right? And from here, I'm literally just going to drive until my hand is able to basically grab this. I'm shielding myself, but I'm also going to gain control, right? I'm taking my hand that was here, wrapped on this side, right? I'm going to put it on top of their head, right? I'm going to windshield wiper my hand, like so, right? I'm going to drive while I do this. And when I come in, it should feed in to his hand, no matter even if his hand is starting to extend outward, right? If his hand's starting to extend outward, I will still catch it. Because if it is here and he's building up, standing up or anything, boom, all right? And it's an easy breakdown again. Tracking, questions, comments, concerns. All right, give it a try. Cool. All right, so the next one, we're gonna do something again, pretty similar. We're gonna do the breakdown, right? We're gonna connect our hands, right? And from here, all we're gonna do is we're gonna start to turn with our hands, right? It's gonna be like an anaconda, right? Our hands are here. So what do we need to do? We're gonna basically drop as we're going. Right? You see how we're coming here? Shooting our hands in, straight into the doors, right? So, we're gonna be here, get that inside position, right? We're gonna pull, boom. And from this pool, you see I drove in, right? I can either go anaconda style, more likely I'm gonna end up with the door set up from this angle. Does that make sense? So, once I roll, right, my hands are gonna be like this. Take your hand and shoot it underneath. And connect your hand on the other side. I want my chest and his shoulder. This is an easy finish, right? No matter if he comes up on top or anyway, right? Because as long as my chest can fill this space, I should have enough squeeze, right, to drive in that space. You'll see how he is right now, right? If I literally just take my chest and I drive, see how much space I can make up right there? My hands are not connected for a reason. Because if they were connected, right, it is that fast. So, one more time. Fight for that inside position, right? We're gonna snap them down, connect our hands from right here, right? If I connect my hands like this, I'm going anaconda. If I connect my hands still in front, sorry, we're gonna rotate. See how my hands are still in front of his face? When I roll, I'm gonna shoot my hand deeper in.
That did not sound happy.
Does that make sense? See how my chest is to his shoulder? Okay. Why are we doing this for a pin? I'll explain. All right, so we're here. We do the same thing. Boom, boom. We go, and I get right here. Right? For him to get out, he has to get big. Right? So when he gets big, where am I? One of the easiest chest-to-chest pins you'll ever get. It's just an arm weave style. Right? So if we're here, and I do anything of this nature, what way does he want to turn? Right? You go flatten out for me. Right? So we're gonna be here. He wants to get big, right? I literally just do that motion right there. All right, because if he's up like this, ooh, this works the same way. See how I put my hand on his head, same way that we did like this, right? We're gonna do the same thing, just like right here. Does that make sense? So this is gonna help us get to our pins. We can break our opponent down. Let's do it again. We can break our opponent down. Boom, right? Fight for that inside position. Get our hands locked. Do our roll. Right, we get here. Now they get big. Making sense? Okay, same concept, right? We get any kind of form of front headlock. So even here, right? If I'm here and my hips can still drive in, never forget that you can always guillotine someone. Hand in or hand out, doesn't matter. You can always drive in and guillotine, right? But if I'm here, right? You see how much control I have of his head to do this with, right? As long as I don't get chicken winged, where my hand ends up like this, right? Now my ability to do so becomes very limited, right? But my ability to tuck his head into my chest, like so, is super easy, all right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that front headlock, I'm gonna pass it, right?
Oh.
Now, the downside to doing this is if you lose it, you gave up your back. So if I was doing this and I passed over and go, boom, and I lose it right here. Any experienced wrestler is going to take that. All right, they're going to feel it. They're going to come here. You can get your front headlock, right? You pass it over, right? You go, I'm a cow catcher or anything like that. So when you do this, keep your hands connected. If he tries to do the same thing, and I'm like this, he tries to go to my back or anything, the worst that happens is I get flattened out. And I should be engaging my feet when this happens, right? You see how they're still employed and I'm ready to chuck them over, right? I don't ever want to be on bottom. But we're gonna come here, we're gonna pass it to the side, right? And then from here, instead of driving like this, right? We're going to drive this direction, right? And I'm gonna take that hand, I'm gonna punch it, right? So we're gonna take it, pass it, and when we're passing, we're gonna take a step. Everyone tracking?
Cool.
You wanna see it again? Not Maddie? I was like, fuck this shit, I'm done. All right, so we're gonna be here.
Maddie's
Boom.
like, I gotta vote in this thing.
Get our control. Pass him to the other side. See how I'm pinning? I can also wrap up. Everyone tracking. Need to see it again? All right, let's do it.